Okay, so I'm back. I won't usually do this because I won't usually have an opportunity to do a double video. Today just happened to be an odd day for both my kids to be sleeping at the same time, which was pretty phenomenal. Awesome, I may include. Anywho, I do have a new rant. As I posted earlier in the video this afternoon, that I'm a stay-at-home mom. My husband is in Arkansas currently for school, for training, and I had a couple of people offer their assistance. Let me repeat that. I had a couple of people offer their assistance. Don't lie and say, oh, yeah. If you need any help, just, text me, call me, whatever. I'm a smoker, okay? I'll throw that out there. I smoke cigarettes. I don't do drugs. Although sometimes I'm sure it does look, and maybe I act like I am on drugs. What is this on my shoulder? Oh, it's a moth. I was just outside. I had a cigarette and had a moth on me. Anyways, so I had run out of cigarettes. I thought I had another pack in the freezer. Apparently I did not. And with a newborn and a toddler, it tends to get pretty tricky to try and get out of the house. It's a half-hour job just to get out of the house sometimes. I've kind of down that time because I didn't dress my son completely when we left earlier. He was just sitting in his diaper, which we use cloth diapers, fuzzy buns, to throw that out there. But anyways, back to my rant. Don't offer your assistance. Don't randomly in conversation say, oh yeah, I know your husband's gone long hours and I know he has training. If you need anything, don't hesitate to call on me. I asked 2 individuals, and, well, they both declined. In fact, the one was so rude to post something on Facebook. Now, I didn't know he wasn't up. I didn't even know that he was having sleep issues, because he didn't mention any of that to me. And since I had my account deactivated on Facebook, why would I know he wasn't up? When every other morning he's up at the butt crack of dawn because he's out there playing in his garden. Or, drinking or smoking a cigarette himself. Drinking coffee, which I'm drinking coffee. Yes, I drink coffee morning, noon, and night, and I can still go to bed after having a nice, hot, fully loaded, caffeine-filled cup of joe. But back to the situation at hand. I'm going to consider this under the liars, cheats, and thieves rule of thumb, because you basically lied to me. If you had no intentions of wanting to help in any way, shape, or form, don't offer your services. I'm sorry, but I find that very rude, crude, and disrespectful. And then he had the audacity, because I posted something on Facebook along those same lines saying rude, crude, and disrespectful, just throwing out there in general. I never name drop, by the way, because I do find that rude. My mom had that happen to her just recently, and needless to say, I went to the Facebook authorities and had that post removed. But anywho, like I said, don't offer your services if you have no intentions of helping. And the rude part about that was you turn around and get up on Facebook and post something about being woken up by your phone. moments after I texted you, apparently, uh, to say that you were woken up by your phone and that you have all these issues and blah, blah, blah. And then later on in the day, you have the audacity to post something along the lines of, um, people should stop complaining. Well, hun, if you're watching, weren't you just complaining? Because I'm fairly certain that you were. And I can care less if I just made enemies with you, because I'm about me and my kids. And I'm sorry that you felt that my text for cigarettes, even though I had the money in my wallet to hand you, or you could have simply have come down the road to get the money and then gone to get the cigarettes. Either way, it doesn't make a difference to me. Either way, at the end of our road, there is a gas station. I didn't know that apparently in the town that we live in, there is a drive-through gas station. And when I say drive-through, I mean you go to the pump and then you drive up to the window to pay. You'd never have to walk into the station at all. The attendant is literally right here, like McDonald's. The second person that I texted gave me that information. Now, I will say that the second person that I texted did have a valid reason to not get them for me. So I'm sorry that, she was disabled for the day, to say the least. I guess she went camping and she had a little too much fun out on the water, and I guess injured herself. So maybe not so much injured, but just was sore from being out on the water like that. Water tubing or something. I don't know. She sent me pictures. It was cool. It looked fun. Good for her. I'm glad. She said she was going to stop by tomorrow. We'll see if she does. Because I know she's also very busy. Again, I don't usually ask for help. But to have to go to the grocery store for cigarettes, pack my kids in the car, which takes about a half hour, then take my kids out of the car, put them into a cart, and then go into the store on a rainy day. I just, whatever. I was asking for help. And I don't get people. I really don't. I was raised better than that. And I kind of thought this individual was too, because he talks about how, he grew up in the day where his parents gave him strict rules and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, you can tell I'm a New Yorker because I come out with the blah, 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 blah. A lot of New Yorkers do that. And I'm also Italian. I use my hands a lot. So you'll see them, float. If it's too much for you, close your eyes. I told my husband earlier that I was doing this vlog. I explained it to him, that it's a video blog, and he's like, and that won't get you in trouble. I said I have to be very cautious not to name drop. Once again, I don't like to name drop because I do find it rude and crude. However, if it's to give someone an accolade, like my mother earlier, I was trying to let people know that my mother is an awesome crochet artist. I will say artist because she is phenomenal with the needle. I mean, this woman just, she did a blanket for my daughter. Again, my daughter's not even 3 months old yet. And when my mom came down, the very first week of my daughter's life, she brought the blanket. And on it has butterflies and a floral, and it all pops out at you. And I have had so many compliments on that blanket. I want a bigger version of that blanket for myself. It's very warm. She also did one for my son called I guess it's an alligator stitch or something like that, or something along those lines. And my mom said she will never do another blanket like that again. She said maybe slippers, but never a blanket. Apparently it was a lot of needlework, a lot of time consuming. And I think she even mentioned that her hands were cramping afterwards. So, unless it's to give an accolade, I'm not going to throw your name out there because I'm not that rude individual that's going to name, bash, stab you in the back. I have more class than that. But I will rant. And I will throw a hissy fit and a tantrum because I'm 2 years old. I did promise that I was not going to get emotional, which I think I came through on that promise. And I also promised that that little wood board, I don't know, can you see? There, in the back, is hiding the litter box. I actually had to jimmy rig it. For all you folks that don't understand what jimmy rigging is, basically the hoedown version of do it yourself. Putting something together quickly. And there's a few other slang terminologies that I will not use because I don't like the slang forms. Again, there's the rude, crude, and disrespectful portion. Yes, I'm now using this to itch. Eventually, I will have a better camera. Right now, I'm using my laptop, so if I'm choppy, I apologize. But there's really not much I can do, and there's a glare, but that's about the only other lighting I have right now. So I apologize for that. Let me know if there's something specific you want me to talk about. I will try and do a vlog every day. So if you're a personal friend, shoot me a text. Let me know that there's something specific you want me to talk about. Or if you're a YouTuber, is that an actual valid name for the YouTube surfers? YouTubers, let me know if there's something specific you want me to rant about, or if there's something that you want me to talk about or validate. Give me your ideas. We're gonna see how this works, how this plays out. I'm enjoying this for the most part. It's helping me get my as I call it, ventations. I said that to my husband the other day, and he's like, ventations? Really? Is that a word? That's not a word, hon. I'm sorry. You're right. It's not a word, but it's my word, so we're rolling with it. Get over it, or shut the front door. Anywho, I'm going to sit here and drink my coffee and probably smoke another cigarette, which I actually have ordered herbal cigarettes through Amazon. The honey rose ginseng and the honey rose clove, because I do realize that I do need to quit. I do realize that I'm hacking up a third lung, that I'm human and I'm not supposed to have 3 lungs. I'm only supposed to have 2, and I'd like those lungs to last a little bit longer. And I'm sure my kids would appreciate that too. My husband and I do have plans to eventually quit when we're both ready. I know he's been kind of ready, but I think he's more or less waiting on me. So, hopefully, these herbal cigarettes, which are nicotine and I want to say tar-free, but they're not tar-free. They do have a little bit of tar in them because, well, if you smoke something, it's going to leave a residue. Therefore, there is a tar residue. But let me see. let me see if I can find it for you. Um, oh, I apparently missed a phone call. Yes, I'm checking my phone right now to find the confirmation email. Uh, Actually, I should just go straight to the source, which is Amazon, right? And check my order. Do, do, do. Ah, there we go. Tobacco and nicotine free. Obviously, there is no tobacco. Um, the the items, the herbs that are in it, if I can pull it up, I'll let you know. Alright, so Herbal Rose is or Honey Rose is an herbal cigarette, and they are made from a blend of specially selected naturally grown herbs, including marshmallow, red clover, and rose petals. The and for the taste of the ginseng, of course, it has ginseng in it. Um, so we'll see if it gives me a little bit of a spunk like I need anymore, right? Um, there were kind of mixed reviews on it. I was trying to figure out the best herbal cigarette to go with. I also saw American Indian was another one. There are a few rave reviews about that over in California, because California is really big right now about smoking cigarettes anyways. Herbal cigarettes, I guess they haven't really put a law banning that, but the standard tobacco and nicotine filled cigarettes, they've kind of been putting a ban on it. I think somewhere I read too that so much of a ban that you can't even smoke in your own vehicle, or at least maybe they're coming to that. I don't know. I thought it was bad enough that you couldn't smoke in the bar anymore in New York. Yeah, you go and have a drink or two with your buds, and you can't have a cigarette? Okay, well, there were a couple of bars that we were still able to smoke in. Although a few of the other ones, you kind of had to pay, like a surcharge, they called it. Basically, it was if they got caught, they needed to be able to pay the fine. Alright, so anyways, I went off on a tangent. The initial was the rude, crude, and disrespectful individual from this morning. Basically, I was having a nicotine fit, needed a fix, didn't want to take my kids out in the rain, and thought I could call on a supposed friend on the same street, a few houses down from the actual gas station that could have been gone to. But anywho, whatever. I'm no longer even going to try and contact this individual, because apparently they are not worthy enough to continue to converse with even. Alright, I think I've done enough rambling. Again, let me know if there's anything specific that you would like me to talk about, because as much as I'm here for me, I'm also here for you, for your entertainment. Alright, ciao.